As we found out from our research, in reality, Spotify playlists and charts are manipulated and fraudsters are doing everything they can to deceive people on Spotify and take their money. With that, we found out about shocking actions from music artists and bands defrauding listeners and taking their money. And Tesla CEO Elon Musk came out and criticized the system that is established on Spotify. Elon said that this is very unfair and something needs to be done about it. But what is Elon Musk going to do? Well, let's start from the beginning. Spotify, which was founded in 2006, today has upwards of 248 million active monthly users and is even publicly listed in the New York Stock Exchange. But even so, there is a shady world of fraud and underground crime lingering behind the company's successful run, and that's exactly what Elon Musk talked about. Just like the well-known infamous click farms of recent years, the Sound app has been swamped by fake audiences and streaming farms that have been stealing money from the advertisers without their knowledge. This not only defrauds the innocent people out of millions of dollars, but it also has an impact on some official chart outcomes. But before we delve into streaming farms and how they work, we must first fully grasp Spotify's business strategy and how they even raise profits. If you've ever used the popular music app, you're likely asking yourself how they earn money while letting us listen to free music. Spotify, on the other hand, has two major money-making methods that help it make money and have helped it become a billion-dollar empire. Their premium subscription service is the primary and most obvious way. Such plans, which start at $9.99 per month, allow users to enjoy listening to exclusive songs, use superior quality bit rates, and download songs to their mobile devices. The company reportedly has over 113 million paying subscribers as of 2019, generating hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue each month. The second way is through its advertising network, which is used throughout all free Spotify plans. When free users are listening to music, they are every once in a while interrupted by advertisements that marketers have paid to show to users. There could be anything from brief radio advertisements to engaging and interactive videos. According to various sources, ad-supported revenue accounts for only about 10% of overall revenue, with the remainder coming from premium membership plans. However, the music platform does not simply keep all of the profits raised by premium accounts and ad revenue. They must also pay creators their royalties for using their work in order for their business model to be effective. Although the real rate per stream varies based on the record label and the artist's viewership, it is estimated approximately that artists earn between $0.0045 and $0.0084 per play. Of course, some of this has to be split with management labels and the like, but if the artist is independent, not signed to a label, they are entitled to keep the majority of the money. So, with artists earning between $0.0045 and $0.0084 per stream, how much does the average artist expect to earn? An artist with around 100,000 monthly streams could very well earn between $450 and $840. It may not appear to be much, but when you start to hit the big numbers, the cash can quickly add up. Now that you understand its business model, let's talk about how streaming farms work and why people create them. Streaming farms are a comparatively fresh concept that were developed to reap the benefits of streaming platforms such as Spotify. Similar to how click farms unnaturally inflate metrics on social media, like likes and follows, streaming farms artificially boost the number of listens to a song. The most shocking thing about streaming farms is that they're relatively simple to build if you know what you're doing. According to a Vice article, one of their journalists, William Bedell, created his own streaming farm that simulated a plethora of fake listeners. To the best of our knowledge, William is not some elite underground hacker who is used to creating things like this, so it just serves to prove how simple it is. His streaming farm used a variety of web servers and countless numbers of free Spotify accounts to fake. William made money for each stream by playing his own music over and over again, on repeat, just like every other artist on Spotify. If you're not especially tech savvy, you might believe that streaming farms are only for the most powerful crime gangs and scam artists, but you'd be wrong. It's actually very simple to find a variety of websites that will offer thousands of listens for a low cost by conducting a quick Google search. Also, if you know where to search, you can probably find a robot that has already been programmed to fake as many streams as you want. These streaming farms not only pay artists for each fake listen they obtain, but also have an impact on a variety of other factors. If a song receives sufficient listens, it may be included in popular and trending playlists, attracting more real listeners. If a song receives enough streams, it may also reach the top of the charts, as many charting companies now consider Spotify listens to be purchases. Due to the ease with which streaming farms can be built and rented, their presence has a significant impact on Spotify and its profits. After years of remaining a well-kept secret, everyone is suddenly using streaming farms to earn extra profit, increase their visibility, and gain traction for their songs. With few to no investigative techniques in place, fake listens on Spotify have evolved into a big market, apparently costing the company and advertisers millions of dollars per year. One record company approximated that fake streams could cost artists more than $300 million per year in a recent Rolling Stone article. However, it is not only fraudsters who are abusing Spotify's system. Legitimate bands are also abusing Spotify without violating any laws. Wolfpack, a band, made $20,000 from a completely silent album they launched in order to raise funds for a tour. The band recorded a 5-minute album with 10 songs, ranging in length from 31 to 32 seconds. The band urged their fans to listen to these songs on Spotify, as they were completely silent. As a result, the band earned $20,000 in royalties from their soundtrack before Spotify removed it, even though technically they only bent the rules, didn't break them. The band did not use any streaming farms or robots to play their songs. They only used Spotify's system to make money. What has Elon Musk said about Spotify? For years, artists have been complaining about this, perhaps for even a decade. Elon Musk had also chastised Spotify for its crazy low payouts to artists, particularly his ex-girlfriend, Grimes. Musk expressed disbelief at the small fortunes artists make after trawling through a few of Grimes' royalty statements. In the case of Grimes, a huge chunk of the royalty checks are paid through a label, with the artist receiving a contractually agreed upon portion. Musk was asked on Twitter whether it is better to stream or buy music from artists. In reply, the Tesla founder showcased the Statista streaming royalty breakdown, demonstrating the crazy low payout received by labels, with the artists only receiving a small fraction of these numbers. But what can be done about all the fraud? With almost anybody being able to make money from the streaming service, many people are abusing the system to the extent where action is required. Currently, no streaming services explain or reveal their anti-fraud systems publicly. While many of them are likely to have some kind of recognition system in place, the majority of them are manual and not very reliable. The music business recently released a Code of Best Practices to combat streaming fraud, but in actuality, it's just a set of rules that are designed to be broken. Streaming fraud without proper detection systems is only evident when someone abuses a system with quiet albums, like we talked about before. It will be much easier to see what happens if you have access to the analytics. Spotify provides extremely valuable analytics to its artists. An artist is notified whenever a song is introduced to a playlist with more than 20 subscribers, and they can see how many listens that specific playlist creates for them. There's not much they can actually do with that, apart from maybe if you use one of these services, you can see what drives value and what doesn't. It may work if all of the music companies band together and overcome the fraud. Rather than a free-for-all, top streamers would band together to make donations to help fund the development of stream fraud detection software. Punitive measures for label management staff and artists who engage in streaming fraud are also proposed, as are chart penalties to prevent artists from purchase to make their music successful. That's it for today. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell.